Part of the larger chain of peaks that span from Bhutan to Pakistan, India's central Himalayan massif is home to some of the highest mountains on Earth. Although the mountains in this region don't reach the lofty heights of its more famous neighbors to the east and west, they hold something more precious to us: lots of snow. We didn't travel here for the altitude. We traveled here to ski. A 16-hour bus ride north of India's capital, Delhi, lies the Kulu Valley, the gateway to India's central Himalaya. Here, the bustling city of Manali is the economic center to the region and was our home for a few days while we got ready for our ski tour. Before long, we're off to the mountains. After a short jeep ride from town, we're ready to put on our skis and massive packs. Our plan is to ski up the Rohtang Pass that separates the Kulu Valley from the Lahore district to the north. It's a 2-day mission to climb Rohtang Pass. Our unacclimatized bodies move slowly under the weight of our bulging packs. Our first night is spent in the outpost of Mari, where we're entertained by the young men of India's Border Road Organization, who spend their days in ancient bulldozers in an attempt to clear the road for the coming summer. We set off for the pass early the next morning. It's a blizzard by the time we arrive in the late afternoon, and we stumble upon an old concrete shelter that we dig out and make our camp. The sky was clear the next morning as we watched the sun rise on some of the most beautiful mountains any of us had ever seen. After a quick breakfast, we were skinning up the slopes above our camp, eager to get at the Himalayan powder the storm had left behind. We spent 5 days skiing the 5,000-meter peaks that towered over the pass. Having satiated our appetite for Indian powder for now, the urge for further adventure beckoned, so we broke camp and dropped 1,000 meters to the Chandra River and the isolated villages of Lahore. We would spend the next 2 weeks traveling from village to village on the freshly bulldozed road up the Chandra Valley. The journey was difficult, sometimes even terrifying. Transportation grief aside, the villages of Koksar, Sisu, Dalang, Gondla, Keelong, and Kardung were just some of the places we visited in Lahore. Our daily routine was to get up early and start the arduous climb to the top of a nearby peak, sometimes stopping in to have tea with monks in a monastery perched in the highlands. By the evening, we'd be back in time to enjoy the hospitality of our local hosts. We lost track of time in Lahore, each day a perfect mix of ski mountaineering on the surrounding mountains and spending time with the wonderful people. On one particularly fun adventure, we were even joined by a couple of young local skiers named Naresh and Anshul. It would be impossible to repay our hosts in Lahore for their hospitality, but we tried to give back when we could, like with a ski lesson for a group of keen locals just learning the joys of skiing for the first time.
Ascending technique of ठीक है skiing. जब स्की में नीचे को तो आप चलो स्की करके स्ट्रेट रन डाउन हिल पीछे इसको ये उसके बाद ये और ये फिर.
But all good things must come to an end. After saying goodbye, we set off to skin back up Rotang Pass to return to Manali and civilization. We were all sad to leave our great new friends in Lahore. Their exuberance and resilience in such an extreme landscape was an inspiration to us all. Although we were sad to leave, we knew one day we'd be back for more skiing adventures in India's Himalaya.